Hello Reformers, and welcome back to a special feature of Black Mirror. And this is a gothic adventure, and if you'd like to check out the game, the link is in the description. Now, when we left off, we just arrived here at Skachen Du House, and we were welcomed by Lady Margaret, and I have a candle. And we're going to be exiting this room, which we've been given by, what's his name now? Mr. McKinnock, because Angus, we're not allowed to call him Angus. Right, so I'm using a 360 controller right now because I find it a little bit more comfortable. And what is this?
More pieces of the same drawing. Maybe I can make out what it shows if I had enough of them.
Ah, interesting. Okay, what about this?
We meet again, old foe.
Ah, you're so witty, David, yes. Alright, so let's go over to where we maybe thought something was watching us, because if you seem to recall from the previous episode, there was a presence down this hallway that was watching us from a very crouched demeanor.
A dumb waiter, big enough to fit your own weight in food into.
That's a bit worrying. That is a bit worrying. That makes me think, ooh, maybe someone's using that as a transportation system or something. Again, I'm a bit paranoid when it comes to these kinds of games.
No, this isn't right. There should be a room here. No, this isn't what I need either. Where is it?
Did you say something?
It's nothing. Research can be a frustrating business.
Okay. I was not anticipating him just going like, hey, did you say something? It's shouting at him. I would have imagined that I would have given him a heart attack or something.
Ghosts, legends, ancient history. Where's the rest of them?
I can assume taken by our father, or David's father at least.
The Castle of Otranto by Horace Walpole. I started reading this, though never got round to finishing it.
The gentle maid whose hapless tale these melancholy pages speak. Say, gracious lady, shall she fail to draw the tear adown from thy cheek?
Yes, very interesting, because isn't that little piece of the model from a castle? Yes, I think so.
Despair by a man called Howard Phillips Lovecraft.
Ghastly shades of bygone gladness, clawing fiends of future sadness, mingle in a cloud of madness, ever on the soul to lie. Thus the living, lone and sobbing, in the throes of anguish throbbing, with the loathsome furies robbing night and noon of peace and rest. But beyond the groans and grating of abhorrent life is waiting sweet oblivion, culminating all the years of fruitless quest.
The words of a troubled soul.
Perhaps, but one of great, well, shall we say, wordsmithery. Yes, wordsmithery. Okay, let's examine this.
Is this what Father meant by a family of snakes?
Oh dear. Oh no, I did not mean to come across anything just yet because I'm not very good at solving puzzles. Okay, so find a way to open the desk in the library. Right, okay, so we have this. Okay. Right, okay, so we can... yes. Ah, right. Okay, so apparently David is quite an imaginative fellow. So maybe that is going to cause him to have a bit of a problem. Yes. Okay, so let's go to our inventory and take a look at the No, not that. Thank you very much. Okay, yes, let's take a look at the letter. Right, so Family of snakes, beware key. But does this do anything? Does that specifically do anything right here? This thing.
The ramblings of a madman. I couldn't even bring myself to show this to Mother.
Really? Because I think it's I don't know. I think it's quite interesting. Okay, so yes, family of snakes. Okay, I get that. Right. Okay, so maybe there's nothing there. I don't know. Wait a minute.
Wouldn't it be more comfortable working here?
That's Lady Gordon's private desk. It would be improper for me to use it.
Oh, Lady Gordon's private
Wouldn't it be more
desk.
comfortable working here?
That's...
Okay, so I cannot interact with it any further, so that is unfortunate. There must be a way for me to open it, though, so what I'm going to try and do is I'm just going to... Can I run somehow? No, of course I can't. So let's go down the stairs and speak to Mr. Harrison and see what he's doing.
If you don't mind, I have a system and don't want to mix things up. Lady Gordon is very keen on confidentiality.
Of course.
Hiding something, are we?
Ooh, I think so. I think that he certainly is hiding something. I mean, he was talking about a hidden room or something along those lines.
That looks daunting.
Daunting, but rewarding and fascinating.
Fascinating?
Yes, indeed. The history of the Gordon family goes back a long way.
So it's true we are one of the oldest families in Scotland.
Oh, much more than that. The Gordons have owned this land back into antiquity, before records were even kept. Add to that some unique and unusual local laws. Well, it can be a challenge, but a welcome one.
Did you know my father?
I was called to the house shortly after your father arrived.
Why did that need a lawyer?
Those complex local laws I spoke of were to blame. Your father left when Edward died, so none of the required legal formalities to transfer the house were observed.
Does that mean...
Not at all. There will be no issue with transferring the estate to your name, if that is what you wish.
I noticed that the door to the master's study is locked. Might I get a key for it?
Of course. I will see to it that you are supplied with one, if there is one available. No door should be locked to the soon-to-be owner, after all.
Have you had a chance to examine my papers?
I have, and am delighted to say that everything is in order. I would not be doing my job if I didn't warn you that with Edward dead and your father absent, the family fortune has somewhat diminished over the years. However, the real treasure is the castle and the grounds themselves. I haven't spent as much time as I'd like here, but it is a unique place. Well, it's been a long day. I bid you good night.
I'll get myself something to read and then head to bed too. Good night.
What about some of those H.P. Lovecraft poems? That might be a thing to go for, but I think there is something a little morbid in mind, perhaps. Let's take a look around and see what's going on the bottom floor here. Maybe there's something... there's going to be something down that hallway there. I'm not going to go down there just yet, because I have a feeling that we're probably going to get a bit of a fright. Are we? It really depends. Okay, so we're in the welcome hall now. Or the entrance hall, I suppose. And, yes, I probably should not have left the library. Should have probably gone and got something else. But what is in here? That is the thing. What is in here? I have a bad feeling that I'm trespassing in bad areas.
You are?
I'm the one who keeps the house from being covered in weeds. Name's Rory.
Pleased to meet you. I'm David Gordon.
Aye. I kenned you were coming today.
Why are you sitting in the dark?
There's enough light for me, laddie.
Oh, your eyes. I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
I see more than most do, son.
How long have you worked for the Gordons?
Always been a gardener, and I do some fishing. The loch's a bonny place. Calms the nerves.
Did you know my father?
I did, aye. Shameful what they did to him.
What do you mean? Who is they? I'll leave you to your supper then.
Being a Gordon can be a curse, laddie. Your father kenned the hard way. Mind you dinna follow in his footsteps.
Well, that's kind of what I was talking about. The kind of thing that I maybe did not want to interact with. But, well, we found out a little bit more about what was going on, and we met a new person, so that's I suppose, pretty good.
Blood. Not human, I presume.
Ah, why is he already thinking it's human blood? Ah, what could he have ever thought? His imagination is running wild.
Better safe than sorry.
Right, I don't exactly know why he would do that, considering it might actually be human blood, and he might be taking a murder weapon of some sort, but I suppose... well, yes, I suppose if it gives us the option, then we might as well. Alright, so what's over here? That's probably to the outside.
Rory just disappeared into the darkness.
Yes, well, I suspect he really doesn't mind.
This might come in handy.
I have no idea what we just picked up, but maybe some matches. Maybe some matches. That's pretty good. Because we were running out of those, weren't we? Okay, so we can now examine the door over here.
The cellar can wait till tomorrow.
Are you sure? Don't you want to go into the dark, dingy cellar at night, David? Seems like something you'd like to do. Alright, is there anything else around here? Nope, doesn't seem like it. Alright, so let's go over here. Right, so we're back in the entranceway, and I'm not entirely sure where I should go next. Well, it seems rather oddly that many of the doorways are color-coded. Do you see that? The one to the library is a little bit greenish, and the one over here is a bit reddish. So let's go over there to the red one in just a second.
Exquisite craftsmanship. I doubt our family could afford a marvel such as this nowadays.
Well, it's good you don't need another one, because you already have one. Where are we now? Interesting. Oh, okay. That's the reason why it was glowing a little bit red, I suppose, because of the fire.
Must be hard to keep this place clean.
Yes, very true. It's huge. It's absolutely huge.
Just how old is the Gordon clan? For all I know, it could stretch back to Roman times or even further.
Oh, I did not mean to go into that door. I'm actually wondering whether I should continue to walk around or whether I should go back to the library, but we are seeing and finding a couple of extra things here.
Who would tear up photographs? given the painstaking process surrounding their creation.
There we are. We gained a couple more photo pieces.
It's too dark outside to speculate about the size of the estate.
Well, you kind of saw it when you arrived, didn't you?
Somewhere out there they found father. Or rather what was left of him. What a cruel way to take your own life. On the morrow, I will explore the grounds, as soon as the sun is up.
Well, sounds like a good plan. I mean, you don't want to go out there in the dark, do you? Certainly not. Okay, so where am I going now? I'm going back here. Alright. Well, this seems like a good enough place to end this episode off here. If you'd like to know more about this game, then you can check out the link in the description. Or if you'd like to see another episode of this, then by all means let me know. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.